Livy. Let's everyone
All right, everybody, here we go. I had to write it down because sometimes I get tongue-tied. All right, first of all, thanks the Lord for this glorious day, and thank everybody for Gloria's Day.
Yes.
Fun on that? Okay. Thank you to our hosts, Rich and Debbi, who can't be here, but we're all thankful and blessed that they let us have this beautiful ceremony at their house. So we'll remember them in prayer, and Rick too. Thank you to my brothers and sisters for making the trip. It's a long time, but I love y'all. Love y'all. Gloria would have been pleased to be gathered here with her husband and her family and lovely friends. I can't say for sure she loved being on the water, but I can tell you that one of the best memories I have of Gloria was on the top of the Grand Mesa in Colorado. My sister Bob and I were visiting Dad, and Dad planned a picnic on an island in this beautiful lake. The only way to get to the island was rowboat. Well, someone had the idea that we should have girls against the boys in this rowing competition. So, right, what could go wrong? Okay, so, and the island was only 50 yards away, so it wasn't like, it was miles or anything. Well, with Gloria and the picnic supplies packed on board in our boat, Jackie was not happy at all that she couldn't be with her dad, so she was in a perpetual state of pout that day. And then there was Karen, who was just as inexperienced as myself with oars, and so as we set off, we found ourselves doing perfect 90-degree turns all the way around to our destination. So as it happened, Karen was swearing and Jackie was crying, and I was laughing because of the absurdity of the whole thing. And Gloria, as demure and usually, to herself as she was, had the biggest smile, but she burst out laughing, and she couldn't contain herself, and her teeth fell out of her face. So there was Jackie stopped crying, I stopped laughing, Karen stopped swearing, and there was this interesting moment of silence. And then she burst out laughing and everything was okay. So that awkward moment passed and we laughed hysterically, but I saw the most sweet and endearing soul that I ever had in your mom. It was a good day. So Dad and Gloria shared 36 years of lovely marriage, trials and tribulations as it was, and they might not have had all they wanted, but they surely had all they needed, to which was a committed to each other and through everything relationship in marriage. So when I first met Gloria, I saw a beautiful, refined, soft-spoken woman who adored my dad, and I saw a light in my dad that I've never come to see before that time. And I've always remembered that love that I could see pouring from him. It was love, no denying that, and the love and the affection between them was easy to see. I'm sure if everybody has witnessed that public display of affection among them at that time can remember that. Of course, being in my 20s and finding myself in one of those reverse parenting moments, I jumped at the chance to offer my dad and Gloria some dating advice that my dad had bestowed on me. So on the drive to a sightseeing place, they were in the front seat holding hands and exchanging those looks of love and secret adoration. And I popped my head out in the seat and I said, Dad, I don't mind the hand holding, but what comes next is concerning to me. There was again a brief moment of stunned silence. But then more laughter, maybe not so much about what I had said, but for the shared understanding of what was to come. And fast forward now, 37 years, we are here together to remember all that has been and rejoice that she is whole again. And she'll see us all one day. Let's continue to celebrate Gloria in this glorious day.
Very nice.
Thank you, Dad. That's beautiful.
What a gorgeous day. Celebration of Gloria, wonderful mother, beautiful wife of yours, Joe. And Joe, I just need to say how much I love you. As you would say to me, I'm your favorite son. So did my mother. So we're not going to put that out to vote today because I think Mom would probably say no, that we should have a vote because she secretly did think I was her favorite son.
Hey, we all know it.
We all know it's true.
So, on that note, my mother was so glamorous. My mother was a child of two ministers, Assembly of God pastors, out of Hollywood, California. So my mom, I believe, as a child, lived in a very glamorous life as a daughter to Horace and what's Gladys? Clark. I think my mom enjoyed taking trolley cars down Ventura Boulevard down to LA to go shopping downtown LA. That was my mom as a child. My mom was elegant. So, and I don't know if your memory is as good as mine, Carol, but back when I was about 13, Mom bought her bras and girdles from a distributorship called Fabergé. The gentleman that owned that company, and I think his wife worked with him, thank God his wife worked, drove a pink Cadillac that he won with awards of selling so many bras and girdles. And my mom had that bras and girdles because she liked nice things. And I remember that as being just funny in her life.
Yeah.
Do you remember that?
Yeah, I do.
So Mom had a knack of playing music on a piano and singing. Mom had a beautiful voice. Mom had a great skill of playing music, and she was so good at it. And she had a great ear. She understood how things should sound, and she played beautiful music, even up in Cedar Edge at that church in the park. So as a young family, we had all these get-togethers on Sundays at noon after church. So Mom would have a big pot roast, carrots, potatoes. She would make gravy out of the drippings. Vicky was there. Don was there. Oh, my ex-wife was there.
Yeah.
And Ron and Laurel, and we used to have Sunday meals every week. It was wonderful. Some of the best memories, some of the best laughter ever. You would have enjoyed it. So every year on my birthday, because Mom thought I was really a special kid,
We heard that already.
I would have tacos, spaghetti, or goulash by candlelight every year on my birthday. And that may be the romantic I am right now. Thank you, Mother.
Yeah.
I love you, Mom. So on my birthday, February 8th, every year, the sad part was my mom cried every year. She wept every year on my birthday. And the reasoning behind that was not that she had birth with me for 36 hours. She told me every year in labor. She always said I was the biggest pain in the ass, butt that she ever had. But there was another story behind that. Gladys Clark, pastor, her mother, died outside of Monte Vista in a head-on collision 2 years before I was born, in the middle of the night in a snowstorm on February 8th. So every year, my mother mourned her mother's death on my birthday, February 8th. So I don't know if she wanted it to be a special day or not, even if I was part of it, but she cried every year. So that's memories of all my life with my birthday. So, as a child, and we talked about it a little bit last night, but us boys and Mom had quite a relationship. Carol had quite a relationship with Mom. So as kids, we were always doing something. Always doing something. So Mom was actually a good disciplined person. And she actually believed in using a belt with us boys. So I think I was in the backyard one day and I was either playing with Tim or Ron. I got upset or angry and I said a word, S-H-I-T. And Mom said, "Oh, Herb, you can't talk like that. I'm going to spank you." So she grabs me by the shoulder and she takes out the belt and I start running around her and she missed every time. She missed every time. She missed every time. And I started cracking up and I could not stop laughing. And that was only one time like that. There was others like that.
The more you laughed, the angrier she got.
And my mom got more angry and then she starts laughing. And then it was all over. And my mom was so cool that way. But my mom took care of us so well as children. I think we were the best dressed family in church. Dad would set Tim, myself down in the downstairs shower and we would all have the same haircut. Buzz up the side. Carol was always so pretty, always in pretty dresses. Always looked nice. And Mom was a particular person. She was the most, she looked at every part and piece of our lives. And she was such a great mother. Our memories, and I think my siblings would agree that we had the most wonderful childhood. We had a happy childhood. We had music, we had fun, we had root beer floats on Kofax at A&W in the wintertime, summer times, first cafeteria, $1.99 on Sundays too, right? Except for Dawn.
Two chocolate milks.
Two chocolate milks.
Two chocolate milks every time.
Every time. That was a problem, Dawn. You became expensive.
Can you pull us out? Just one? Can he do it just
So on that
himself?
note, I just
Should be
wanted
able
to say how much I love.
Just real easy.
Just to see.
Yeah.
So on that note, I just wanted to say to Mom today that we love you. Cherish you.
That way?
Yeah.
Well, I'm backing up. Back. Yeah.
And hopefully we don't hit the dock.
Just back up.
And then there's someone
Lucas.
coming there.
So I just want to say how much I love my mom. She was the best. And we have all the wonderful memories of our childhood with Mom. And it's something that I'm so grateful for. And I love all you guys too. I love everybody here so much. And we need to see more of everybody in the future.
Love you, Herb. That was great. Great memories.
But I think I remember most that I want to talk about, since Herb talked about childhood, was when Mom and Joe moved in with us on Sweetwater. So in 2002 or 1, something like that, Joe called us and said, "Your mom's not doing too good, and I'm not sure if I can take care of her." And the Lord made a way for us to bring Mom and Joe to live with us. And that was a miracle in itself, that we even found a house on Sweetwater, and God brought Joe and Mom was pretty sick then. She was about like 98 pounds, and she was very ill. opportunity to help get her better. And we worked through many things, huh, Joe?
Yeah.
We worked through lots of difficult things, and we got Mom better. And you guys, we were together about 7 years with Don and Mies, or with Mies and Joe, and we had fun there. We had lots of fun. And then Mom and Joe went and found a house, and they lived in their little house on Oakmont. And Mom and Joe did good in Oakmont. And they had good times until Mom started falling, and Joe fell with her, and they both fell on the floor. Remember that? And you both started laughing because you were both on the floor.
Couldn't get up.
Couldn't get up. So then we had to move over to Ventana Winds. And I remember packing up the house.
Going downhill.
Well, it was okay. But God was good to us again, because He made a way for us to find Ventana Winds, that Mom and Joe could get help. And they lived there for, I don't even know how long, Joe. And that was good. We packed them up, and then Mom started getting more sick a little bit. And then we ended up having to go over to skilled nursing, separate. And then COVID hit, right? And so I just have to say that the best time I ever had with my mom was the last years of her life. Because she and I, we saw each other every day. We took care of Mom and Joe. And make sure they were happy, right? Make sure they were all the things they needed. That was fun. We had a good time. And I just want to say one thing. I want to say something to Don. I couldn't have done it without you. I think Don packed Mom and Dad up for Mom and Joe 3 or 4 times. All by himself, actually. Moving, hauling, shuffling. And he was always willing to have them in our home. Never complained ever. Ever. For you died to this life, and your real life is hidden with Christ in God. So now, Mom is in heaven with her brother, her mother, her dad, Nettie, and this is not our home. Heaven's our home. And I have a poem I want to read. You don't just lose someone once. You lose them over and over. Sometimes, many times a day. When the loss, momentarily forgotten, creeps up and attacks you from behind. fresh waves of grief as your realization hits home. They are gone again. You don't just lose someone once, you lose them every time. You open your eyes to a new dawn, and as you awaken, so does your memory, so does the jolting bolt of lightning that rips into your heart that they are gone again. Losing someone is a journey, not a one-off. There is no end to the loss. There is only a learned skill on how to stay afloat when it washes over. Be kind to those who are sailing the stormy sea. They have a journey ahead of them, and a daily shock to the system each time they realize they are gone. Again, you don't just lose someone once, you lose them every day for a lifetime.
That was beautiful, Carol.
Thank you.
First of all, I want to thank the Lord for making it possible to me have two lovely people and two families. This is such a special time for me, and you guys are just so wonderful, and you've been so good to Gloria and I, both families. I just want to thank you again, bottom of my heart, just making it feel good. A lot of things I remember. I don't know if you all heard how I met Gloria. I'll go through that briefly. I got a job with the Army as an X-ray technician working in Denver, and Joe, my son Joe, come out to see me. We spent a whole week together. I had them all to myself, so we went wandering through the mountains and everything. And he was supposed to go home on a Sunday. It was Saturday. I told him, I said, I'm going to take you to a place where I hang out with my military friends, my soldiers, both women and men. It says I should go to this Sunset Lounge, and there was a lot of widows there, and they dance on the tables and all this crazy stuff.
Dance on the tables.
Yeah, these Germans have a way of, and the girls probably got drunk and got up on the table and started doing a chicken dance. So I go there, and that's kind of like my hangout. I go with them. And so I says, Joe, I'm going to take you before you go. I want to show you where I hang out. Well, he was doing it to please me, because he's not into oompa-pa music. It's like polkas and other kind of stuff. Every weekend, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, they had a band come in. So I went in there with him, and I introduced him to some of the female Army girls. Well, he met this one that they played backgammon. It was like a club, a German club place. So he goes off with her, plays backgammon someplace at the other room. And so I'm walking around with a drink in my hand. I'm walking around, and I spot this beautiful red-headed woman sitting with a lady friend. They were sitting there having dinner. The food was really good there. So anyway, I look at her, and I said, oh man, a spark went in my heart right away. I said, beautiful girl, red hair, oh man. So I'm watching, I'm walking around. Guys are coming up, the music starts, the guys come up, ask her to dance. Well, I'm far away, I'm on the other side of the room and watching. I can't hear what they say or nothing, but I watch what happened. She looks them up and down, and she kind of shakes her head, rejects them. They walk off, some other guy comes, tries the same thing. About 3 or 4 guys try to ask her to dance. And I thought, oh man, I want to dance with her. So, you know, men don't like rejection, right, guys? We hate to be rejected. But anyway, I said, I gotta get some. I had to have 3 more scotch and sodas to get up enough nerve to ask this beautiful woman to dance with me. So I drink my scotch. I feel brave. I walk over there. I asked her politely. I don't know exactly what I said, but I was trying to be a real gentleman. Would you like to have this dance with me? Something on that order. She looks me up and down, and lo and behold, she says, I wouldn't mind, she says, but I don't know how to dance. And that opened the door for me. I said, I will teach you. So she says, okay. It's up. Within a few minutes, they played the music, a nice waltz or crash trot or whatever they played. And we started dancing. And she didn't step on my feet or nothing. And she got the rhythm and everything. And we started dancing. And she loved it. She loved it. And we danced a few other dances. And I taught her how to do the polka, you know, you know. And that night, we sat and talked for, a long time. Intermission time, we talked. I told you to take my phone.
Are you holding me too tight? No, I we hugged him.
Anyway, we went out with a group of people to Denny's or someplace that was open up after the bar closed and they kicked us out. So we go with this group of people, and I have coffee and a donut or something. I don't know if she had coffee, I think. And we got talking and getting more acquainted about our children and stuff. Me back in Michigan and stuff, work for the Army and blah, blah, blah. And we got talking about our children. Well, she tells me she's got 4 children. That spark I had in my heart started to almost go out. Oh, no. I'm trying to be real polite, you know. Yeah, that's nice. You know,
And you're thinking, oh my God.
Only if you knew.
So anyway, we continue to talk, and she says, and they're all married, and some got their own kids. Then the spark started up again. Boy, it got bigger than ever. And from then on, I dated her, and we started going together, and I think she got divorced. I can't remember how that went exactly. But anyway, when she told me she had the 4 boys, the funny part about it was, I thought maybe, or the 3 boys, I thought maybe they were going to beat me up for going out with their mother.
You know so,
Up
Joe.
to find out, they loved me, and from then on, it was just history. We got married. Herbie was the last guy. He says he talked on the phone with me, but he said he wasn't ready to meet me. So he must have took it very hard for Vern and Gloria getting divorced. And maybe all you kids did, I don't know. But she told me that she tried to go back 4 times with him, I think 3 or 4 times, and it just didn't work. It just didn't work. Marriage just didn't work, I guess, so she got divorced. Of course, mine didn't work either. And, what else did I want to say? And then I met Ron and Laurel, and I met Carol and Don. They were getting ready to go to Arizona, and so I met them, and well, the rest is somewhat history. I fell in love with your mom real bad, like really bad, and we went together, and then we planned to marry, and I think Don was the guy that interviewed me, afraid that I was going to take Gloria's gold. You know, he was going to take.
Make sure you weren't a
bleed
dastardly
his
dude.
mother-in-law. So, but anyway, it turned out really good, and this is where we are today. And we had a good life one week later, 5 days later, she died on the 12th, and the 17th would be our anniversary. Would have been 17 years or 37 years that we've been together. And most of the 37 years was good. We loved to dance. We would go to the Broadmoor Hotel in Colorado Springs, dance up a storm, and we would go to the VFW Hall in Denver and dance some more. And we had such a nice freedom. The kids were grown and we were together, and it was a good life. Good life. And their mom was fairly healthy at the time. In fact, she says it's just the first time since I've been free of headaches. She used to get a lot of headaches. She wasn't a real healthy person anyway. And one of the stories she told me that even the doctor said that she should have only had one child. She wasn't strong enough, but apparently she must have been, to have 4 kids. That takes a lot out of a woman. It takes the calcium and everything else of the body to feed the baby. And so that's why Gloria probably lost her teeth. I don't want to get into it. That's about all I wanted to say, guys. I just love all of you, and I want to thank you for putting this thing together. Carol and Kathy, they organized this thing, and the fact that we could use these people's facilities, the boats, this overwhelms me. Did I keep it short enough?
Fantastic.
Thank you, Joe.
Ready?
Under his wings, I'm safely abiding. Though the night deepens and tempests are wide, still I can trust him. I know he will keep me. He has redeemed me, and I am his child. Under his wings, under his wings, who from his love can sever? Under his wings, my soul shall abide, safely abide forever. Under his wings, what a refuge in sorrow. How the heart yearningly turns to his rest. Often when earth has no help for my healing, there I find comfort, and there I am enjoyment. There will I hide till life's trials are o'er. Sheltered, protected, no evil can harm me. Resting in Jesus, I'm safe evermore. Under His wings, under His wings, who from His love can sever? Under His wings, my soul shall abide, safely abide forever. Under His wings, under His wings, who from His love can sever? Under His wings, my soul shall abide, safely abide forever. Safely abide forever.
Beautiful.
I have to say that that was a song that Gloria and Vern both sang, and I think I saw it on the video that
It was on the
at
video.
Vern's memorial.
Yes.
And Gloria played the piano so beautifully, just picked out the notes, and so it was most appropriate to play that on this really nice memorial. I love looking at the petals on the water. That's a real nice memorial. And to think that she was born so close here. From dust to dust we go. And here it is that she's back in the same part of the country. And we all loved Gloria. And our lives were filled with so many good memories with Gloria. And as with all life, there are struggles and trials. But time has a way of erasing the trials and leaving us with good memories. Time does that. I love you all. Thank you for coming.
This is very nice. Stick with me forever. Till the Lord decides to take me. And what ashes I have, I'm going to have my children mix her ashes with my ashes. That's going to be my closing wish. I can't believe that the two families got together and I have two families. That's just, I feel so lucky and so blessed from the Lord that He was able to arrange all this and my long life to have two families. I love yous all. And to see her children have children and their children have children, it's just amazing. It's, what's the old saying? Go forth and multiply. Well, he had a good idea. Go forth and multiply. This is what's happened.
Yep.